Session 756, Deleted Portion. Do you have any specific questions? Rob noted about last Saturday's personal session. They said, or shall I just give it to you? Rob said, go ahead. They said, the material on the book just given is pertinent. You live in a safe universe. When you understand this, then your actions are truly appropriate. To some extent, then, you and Ruber have been behaving as if the planets from Star Trek could appear in your living room. Your actions were not appropriate. Ruber's in particular. You did not know where the action was, so your idea about reality kept you in a state of fighting dragons. Your heart may beat faster and you can become very agitated watching certain television programs. When you believe that you dwell in an unsafe world, your reactions are far more agitated. In Ruber's case, there was a build-up of tension. His response was to hide. The better known he became, the greater the belief that he must protect himself, and the greater his feeling of unsafety. For now, he became known in a world in which it was only safe to hide. This applied to you also, though to a lesser degree. I want to give you some understanding of Ruber's physical progress. The arms are important for balance and are being released. The same process that released them is occurring in the legs. As he said once, he does not walk on his arms, so the improvement in the legs takes place in such a way that balance can be maintained. There is more pressure on the knees than on the elbows. He is also correct in that he is being educated. Intimate awareness of relaxation and of tension will prevent any such build-up after his recovery and has already led to a certain monitoring. Automatically now, he is relaxing areas that have been released as soon as any tension appears. I cannot emphasize too strongly the importance of your joint work with the pendulum because of what it implies. You have nothing to fear in terms of physical illness. You did feel that it was not safe to be an artist in your world. The last session, mentioning your joint ideas of time, is highly important for each of you. I will have more to say about appropriate action. You have done very well, helping Ruber with the bathroom difficulty. You have helped him, but also yourself. While you had no such problem, the difficulty stands for a fear of spontaneous action in an unsafe world. Physically, Ruber is making great strides, but do not become impatient again with the walking, for certain improvements cannot show physically until a certain overall proficiency is reached. Those changes are occurring. Ruber is subjectively aware of them. When he is proficient with the bathroom routine, which you were very wise to begin, you will start some other simple new routines, one at a time, instilling appropriate body reaction to a safe universe. Ruber's actions were appropriate for the horror program, and so were some of yours when you were afraid of painting because it did not bring in money. All books bring in money, simply because money at your level of activity is a natural result of spontaneous creativity. Your paintings will bring in money when they are the result of spontaneous creativity. Ruber's spontaneity escaped all of his language, in other words. His physical mobility will result from the body's spontaneous creativity. He is not to walk normally because he should, any more than he should write because he should. He is writing kind of being, and he is a walking kind of being. Not walking properly was an inappropriate defense mechanism no longer needed, a reaction in response to a program that made him feel unsafe. Your own difficulties, in a way lately, were part of the entire learning lesson. You recognized your reaction as basically inappropriate and ineffective. Immobility on Rupert's part built up further the sense of insecurity. It was a kind of muscular hypnosis, as when you might temporarily tense your muscles during a disturbing drama. Dramas are built around hypotheses or scenes, and these scenes in physical life determine your experience. When you realize you dwell in a safe universe, such defenses are unnecessary. And later perhaps you will see that they are as comical as a child is who screams in terror at a boogeyman. If there were a boogeyman, the child's screaming would not bother it a bit. You can expect, if you continue as you are, far greater mobility in Rupert's neck, head, and shoulders, clearing of the ears completely, greater relaxation of the entire face and throat area in rather quick progression. Inner mobility during this time will be sent in the legs, though not as quickly apparent. The improvements are working from the head down. Tension in the head and the neck floated down like ripples into the body, and for every obvious improvement in this kind of mobility, inner small releases occur in the legs. There will be definite, rather immediate changes apparent in walking, but a balanced stance must be maintained, and the entire lower region of the body is being activated. The toes and fingers are connected, and later I will give you material on physical interworkings for valuable reference. The idea of safety is of prime importance. Do you have questions? Rob noted, smiling. I shook my head. I had more than enough to think about. They said, a hearty good evening, then. Rob said, all right, good night, Seth.